Apply this concept to the world of military and aviation, and the purpose of experimental planes, X-planes, becomes clear. Facing engineering challenges on a scale more massive than any road-going vehicle, X-planes act as test beds for specific aviation concepts, proving or disproving any proposed engineering advancements, and in turn contributing to the development of production aircraft. Here are 10 X-planes that look like they came from another planet, as well as destinations that make them look really weird. Number 10. Northrop M2F3 Lifting Body. Designed to test the performance of aerodynamic lift generated purely from an aircraft's body rather than a wing, the M2F3 was part of a series of lifting body X-planes that greatly contributed to the design of the space shuttle. Carrying out missions to test flight dynamics of proposed spacecraft, and prove the concept of wing-less lift, every X-plane in the 1960s lifting body series looks thoroughly alien. The Northrop M2F3, though, looks as if a fighter jet of the time was crossbred with a spaceship from some far-flung planet, in the coolest way possible. Number 9. Martin the 10th 24B Lifting Body. A development of the X-24A that was a part of the previously mentioned lifting body X-plane series, the X-24B built upon lessons learned from the X-24A, and took the alien spaceship looks to a new level. Like the other lifting bodies, the X-24B uses the aerodynamics of its body to fly, although it's more akin to falling gracefully. Taking its first flight in 1973, the X-24B furthered the research into lifting bodies and high-altitude glide performance that would pave the way for the space shuttle's design. It's fitting then, that Earth's first true spaceship would be developed with the help of something so out of this world looking. Number 8. Snecma C.450 Coleopter. A radical French experiment from the 50s, the Snecma C.450 was an early attempt at a vertical takeoff and landing (VTOL) fighter jet that paved the way for the future, more successful and conventional designs. Taking its first flight in 1959, the Snecma C.450 had one of the most unconventional fighter jet designs of all time. Built around a center-mounted jet engine, the cylinder shape of the C-450 is in fact a massive wing designed to stabilize it in vertical launches and landings and provide lift when in horizontal flight. Unfortunately, during testing just months after its first flight, the C.450 crashed, and the program was abandoned. Number 7. Douglas X-3 Stiletto. Looking as if it would be at home in a sci-fi cartoon, the X-3 Stiletto is one of the sleekest X-planes ever built, albeit one that failed to complete its intended mission. Designed to test flight dynamics above speeds of Mach 2, the X-3 took flight in 1952, yet quickly proved incapable of hitting its goal, unable to exceed Mach 1.2. Despite this, the X-3's wing design paved the way for the legendary F-104 starfighter and brought useful insights into the dangerous roll coupling, unintended movement of other control axes when rolling the plane, effect that plagued early supersonic fighter jets. Even without these contributions, the X-3 is awesome simply for its radical design. Number 6. Scaled Composites Model 281 Proteus. Having created some wild aircraft in the past under the leadership of aviation design legend Burt Rutan, Scaled Composites Proteus served as a multi-mission experiment for NASA. Having one of the least conventional, and most alien designs of all time, the Proteus had a focus on long-endurance high-altitude operations, like satellite communications and reconnaissance. First flown in 1998, The Proteus' other contribution to the aviation world was tests into advanced unmanned aerial vehicle (UAV) technology, which today has become the forefront of aviation development. Number 5. Avro Canada VZ9 Avrocar. Flying saucers briefly went from urban legend to the real deal and became a somewhat promising development for the U.S. Air Force in the 50s with this experimental aircraft by Avro Canada. Dubbed the Avrocar, this wild aircraft took shape in the late 50s and was intended to test the feasibility of VTOL aircraft in battle. Yet, it didn't really work out, as the craft was far less stable, and could carry a lesser load than first thought. Only 2 Avrocars were built, and after testing revealed their deficiencies, the program was cancelled. The thoroughly alien-looking Avrocar's legacy ended with it becoming a museum piece, as the flying saucer design proved too unstable to continue development. Number 4. Leduc 0.21, 0.22. One of the most terrifying aircraft designs a pilot could have been faced with flying, as the cockpit is within the nose cone. The Leduc 0.21 and 0.22 were experimental ramjet fighters designed and made in France. Designed to be powered by a ramjet, a type of engine that uses high-speed air passing through the aircraft's intake instead of a jet turbine. The Leduc 0.2 series were experiments into the emerging field of supersonic flight during the 50s. Aside from the sci-fi looks, these aircraft were at the leading edge of high-performance aviation development for their time, but financial troubles caused them to fail to complete their goals of supersonic ramjet flight, and the program was cancelled. Number 3. Bartini-Beriev VVA-14. Looking like something out of the Star Wars universe, the Bartini-Beriev VVA-14 was a Soviet creation and is one of the craziest-looking seaplanes ever made. Going beyond the lunacy of such a massive seaplane, the VVA-14 was designed to hunt down American submarines that may have been lurking in Soviet waters. First taking flight in 1972, the VVA-14 was designed to be a VTOL aircraft but never managed to successfully lift off vertically. After several test flights, the VVA-14 proved not to be a project worth pursuing any further and was cancelled in 1976. Number 2. Vought V-173, Flying Pancake. Nicknamed the Flying Pancake for fairly obvious reasons, the Vought V-173 was a thoroughly ridiculous-looking experiment conducted for the U.S. Navy. Designed around the problem of wing-tip air instability, the Flying Pancake was designed to make use of homogeneous airflow with its pancake-shaped wing. Tackling the difficult task of taking off and landing from an aircraft carrier, the Flying Pancake's wing allowed it to take off and land at unbelievably low speeds, while still capable of great high-speed performance. The Flying Pancake took flight in 1942, but was abandoned after World War II ended due to the emerging presence of high-performance fighter jets. Number 1. North American XB-70 Valkyrie. One of the most extreme bombers ever created, the XB-70 Valkyrie was an experiment into ultra-high-speed, long-range strategic bombers conducted during the 60s. Capable of hitting an insane top speed of Mach 3, nearly the same as the legendary State Route 71 Blackbird, the XB-70 was powered by a massive array of 6 jet engines and was intended to carry a devastating load of conventional or nuclear bombs. First taking flight in 1965, the XB-70 was designed with an impressive focus on advanced aerodynamic techniques, like using the giant delta wing to ride the shockwaves generated as it crossed into supersonic speeds. Unfortunately, a mid-air collision destroyed one of the two XB-70s that were made, and the program was cancelled in 1969.